Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jessica. So excited to film this video today. I'm a few days late, but better late than never. It's been a crazy week, couple weeks, month, year. You know, we're just doing the best we can around here, but I'm finally sitting down to film my deck of painting update for the month of March. This is the second update of the year, and this is one of my absolute favorite projects to do because it involves a deck of cards and it makes things really fun and random, and it really is a make it your own type project where you can really have the prompts fit your own painting goals and your own painting needs. This wonderful project was created by Emily from Emily and Max here on YouTube, and she was inspired by a booktuber, Books with Maddie, who uses a deck of cards to select from her TBR book list. And so we are going to be using a deck of cards today to select some makeup items or beauty items to try and hit some kind of goal on. So if you're interested in this video, you want to see how I'm doing in this project, definitely stay tuned. And if you're new here and you like painting content or you like me, please consider subscribing to my channel. Go ahead and give this video a quick thumbs up before you leave. It does help me out a lot. And leave a comment down below at any point. I love hearing from you. Let's jump right on in. I currently have 6 items in this project. I believe it was last month that I drew a black ace, which is to draw another card. So I have 6 items right now when I normally have 5. But I'm very excited for this update because I've met a lot of those goals. So the first item has been in this project since January of this year, and it was when I drew the card, the 3 of Diamonds, which was for a glittery item. So I decided to bring in this little pressed glitter quad from ColourPop, and this has 4 different colors of pressed glitter in it, and it's just such a fun and convenient way to bring pressed glitter with you, or to just dab it on to any makeup look, which I love to do. I absolutely love glitter. I think it's a lot of fun, and I've had a lot of fun painting this. My goal for this was to use every single one of these glitters at least 3 times, and as of last month I had just 3 more uses to go. I had to use this orange shade 1 more time and then the purple shade 2 more times, or I might be switching those up, but either way I was able to meet those goals, and I've now used every single shade at least 3 times. So I'm really excited to be rolling it out. I had a lot of fun playing with it. Here it is up close, and I think for the money I spent on this, it's been a great value, and we actually have some nice little dips starting to form in these glitters, especially this little white one and the pink one. These 2 not so much, but it was just so easy to pop in a makeup bag, to pop in my purse, to share with friends, and add a little bit of glitter and a little bit of fun to just a regular makeup look. I definitely brought this with me on my trip to Disneyland. I love wearing glitter at Disneyland, but I also wore it on just some regular lounge around the house days as well, or just for a night out with some girlfriends. So love me some glitter, and it was just super fun to work on this little quad here. So that one is rolling out. Last month I drew the Jack of Spades, a black jack, which is a mainstream makeup item, and I decided to bring in this eyeliner from L'Oreal. This is their Silkissime line, and this is the shade Green Ivy, and it's like an olivey metallic green eyeliner, and my goal for this was to use it 15 times. I overall have a goal for the year to use this eyeliner 25 times, so that definitely helped me to get to that goal. I haven't reached 25 uses yet, but I did meet that 15 use goal on this item. So really happy about this one. I use this on my upper lash line a lot and topped it with an eyeshadow. I used it on my lower lash line and topped it with green eyeshadow to really get that pop of green. And it's a neutral enough green where I can wear it with a lot of different neutral eyeshadow colors, or for a more colorful look if I want to highlight that green tone. So I did sharpen this quite a few times. I didn't take a measurement of this eyeliner. I didn't draw it in my notebook at any point, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't, because I think I would have quite a significant jump from last month to this month after those 15 uses, because it is a very silky formula, and I definitely had to sharpen it at least like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 times during those 15 uses. So hopefully you'll see in the up close that I have a nice little jump in this eyeliner from last month to this month, and I now have 16 uses total on this eyeliner for the year, which means I only have 9 more uses to go before I reach my year-long goal in my ultimate plan to pan goals for 2025. So that's another one that is rolling out. Yay! Also last month I drew the 3 of Spades, which was a cool toned product, so I decided to bring in a cool toned blush, and I selected this one from Hourglass, and this is the shade Euphoric Fusion. It's the only remaining shade of blush in what was a trio of blush, but this one right here is the one that we are talking about. There it is in the pan. It definitely has a purple undertone, and I like to pair it with cool toned looks because it is more of a cool toned blush. If you've been around my channel a while, you know that I absolutely am obsessed with the Hourglass blush blush formula, and I had no problem reaching in for this. I had a goal of reaching for it 10 times, and I easily met that 10 use goal. And I also mentioned in previous videos that I'm going to be using Deca Painting this year to rifle through my blush collection. So you're going to be seeing a lot of blushes in this project this year. And I'm really trying to dip into all of my blushes this year and get use on all of them as much as I can, because I was painting that very stubborn blush in my project pan last year that left all of my other blushes neglected. So this one got some love. I absolutely love this blush. I think actually, no, my sister didn't pick it. That was a different one, but I picked it myself because I love it and it's gorgeous, and I'm happy it got some use. So that one also is rolling out after 10 uses. Last month I drew the Queen of Hearts, and that is to pick your own space prompt. And so I chose from the hearts row of categories, and of course I selected another blush. And because it was a Queen of Hearts and it was a blush, of course I selected my heart-shaped blush. This is from ColourPop. This is the shade Forever Yours, and it's a very bright, it's like almost red blush. Much more bright than what I normally wear, but I had no problem reaching into this one either. I was a little bit nervous that it would be a little bit too loud or shocking on the cheek, but I love a blushy look, and I just went in with a nice delicate hand, and I had no problem wearing this. My goal was to reach for it 5 times, and I did meet that 5 use goal. So this one as well is rolling out, and I'm glad it came in because it has been severely neglected, and it's about time that I got an idea of what I feel about this blush. And it was just fun to have this little heart compact out right around Valentine's Day, and what a more perfect prompt for the Queen of Hearts than this heart-shaped blush. So really happy about that one, and another goal met. We're doing good so far. Also last month I drew the 7 of Spades, which was for Mocha Mousse, which is the Pantone color of the year. So I looked at the color and very closely studied my makeup collection, and you can either choose a makeup product that is similar to the Pantone color of the year Mocha Mousse, or you can look at the packaging. But I decided to go with an item that really screams mocha to me, and that is this cream bronzer from Milk Makeup. This is their matte cream bronzer stick, and I just think this color is perfect for the mocha prompt. There it is up close. It even looks darker on the camera than it is in real life. But this was a 100-point perk from Sephora, and I had never reached for it before. So what a perfect opportunity to finally dig into this product and get my opinion on it. And I actually really enjoyed this bronzer. It's pretty light for me and my skin tone, but it was perfect for these cooler months when I don't really have a tan at this point. It worked just fine. I would go in with it sometimes more than once if I wanted a deeper, more bronzy look, but I really enjoyed reaching for it. It's very creamy, it's very easy to blend. I absolutely had an easy time wearing it, and it's really a nice product. I'm understanding the hype, and I think I got a good little amount of this used up. My goal is to reach for it 10 times, and I did meet that 10 use goal exactly. And again, I wish I had drawn a picture of where this was at the beginning, because I think I've actually worn down this product quite a bit. This would be such an easy product to pan. I'm not going to do that this year, but maybe next year it would be fun to track the use on this one and use it all up. So that one is also rolling out, and I'm glad that I got to know it, and I'm glad to know that I like it. And the last item came in last month for the Ace of Spades, which is for a baby goal. So in the prompts that Emily creates, she sets the baby goal of like 3 to 10 uses. I decided to really make it a true baby goal and just set the goal of 3 uses for this bright neon pink eyeliner from NYX. This is their Epic Wear liner stick, and the shade is called Pink Spirit, and it is a true neon pink. It just like screams pink. It needs to be sharpened. I haven't sharpened it yet. Here it is in the swatch, and I was a little bit nervous about a bright pink eyeliner, but I actually had a lot of fun playing with this. I used this twice, I believe, on my upper lash line and once on my lower lash line, and I definitely preferred it on my upper lash line more than my lower. I paired it with a wing and some other colorful eyeshadows, and it was a lot of fun. Definitely not something I would wear every single day, but a nice thing to have in my collection, and it was something that I was afraid to use in my collection for a long time. It's not something that I picked up myself. It was a gift with purchase from Ulta, and it came in like a little gift bag from them. You know, they do that sometimes. If you spend a certain amount of money, they'll give you like a little gift bag of products, and that's how I got this one. So I was apprehensive, but turns out it's a fun thing to have in my collection. I love having fun, colorful eyeliners to play with, and it was fun to play with this one in this project. So I did meet that 3-use goal exactly, and that means this one is also rolling out. So all 6 of my makeup items are rolling out this month, and that's what I was going for. I was hoping to have a complete clean slate for this update, and I am very satisfied with that. So we're gonna be drawing 5 new cards today and selecting 5 new items, which we're gonna get into right now. I have my deck of cards here, this beautiful deck of cards. This is the D23 Magic Mystery playing cards, and these are just gorgeous Disney themed cards with beautiful gold metallic foil. And if you've been following along with my project so far this year, you know that I am walking on the wild side, and I have both of the Jokers in this deck. We're playing with both this year because, you know, I just like to live on the edge. I like to make things a challenge for myself, and I just think it's a little bit more fun. And I already have an idea of what my Joker might be. Some of you little stinkers out there, my loyal followers, suggested that if I get the Joker this year, I should bring in that blush, that stubborn blush from the Balm that I panned for a good 15 months, and I should have to bring that in for my Joker, because the Joker is something you really don't want to pan, and that truly would be a joke on me, because you guys know, I think I used that blush almost 300 times before hitting pan, and it's a sample size blush. It's a little mini blush. So it would definitely be something I don't want to pan. We'll just see what happens. I don't want to jinx myself. I probably already have, but saying all that, here are the 2 Jokers. We've got the Kakamora from Moana and the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. Can you stand on your head? I have to do it every time. I have to. So these are both going to go into the deck. Here and here. We're gonna shuffle them up really good, and I'm so happy I can shuffle again. I was not able to shuffle with my deck of cards last year, and I just love shuffling. So let's shuffle them up real quick while you get a sneak peek of the game board. I have not looked at the game board yet, so I'm going in completely blind. So we'll just see what happens. How many shuffles should I do? Let's do 4. Lucky number 4. It's kind of an odd number. Should I do 5? Let's do 5. I just feel like a solid 5 is better than 4. Okay, here's number 5. Okay, and what I like to do after my shuffles is I cut the deck anywhere, and then these top cards are my 5 cards. So let's see what we get. Okay. We got, oh, I just love these cards. They're so gorgeous. My queen, my Elsa, the Queen of Diamonds. These cards are just so gorgeous. Okay, a red queen. I believe that's going to be a pick your space card. We've got, oh, another queen. The Queen of Spades, a black queen. We've got Ursula, and she's here as Ursula and Vanessa. Fabulous. Okay, next card. We're getting all the face cards today. Got the Jack of Diamonds, a red jack. This is Mushu. We've got his shadow version. Love Mushu from Mulan. He was sorely missed in the live action version. What were they thinking? I don't want to talk about it. Okay, and card number 4, another queen. What in the world? The Queen of Clubs. Jeez Louise. And this, of course, is the evil queen from Snow White. I can't wait to see the new movie. I have opinions, but I love the story of Snow White, so I'm excited to see that in the movie theater. And the last but not least is, oh my gosh, another face card. What are the odds? The King of Diamonds. And of course we have Jafar. Jafar and his evil snake version of Jafar. Okay, we've got 5 cards here, 5 face cards, basically a royal flush, almost. I mean, not really, but you know, in essence, it's a flush of royals. So I'm excited to see what these prompts are. Let me just pull up that board myself real quick, since I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Okay, let's try and go in order here. So the Queen of Diamonds, again, is gonna be a pick your space. So I've got to choose something from the diamond category. And from there, I can choose from a graveyard item, SPF, spotlight a panner, brand you own the most from, cream or liquid, lip product, copycat, non-makeup item, or veto. All right, so I'm gonna have to think about that one and see what I want to select. The Black Queen is also pick your space. Okay, so I've got a lot of decisions to make today. Black Queen, for the spades, I can pick from Out of Your Hands, Impulse, Cool Tone, Pencil, Astrology Sign, Warm Tone, Hit a Pan, Oh the Shame, and Wish You Returned. And then for the Jack, that's a red Jack, we have an indie makeup item. I don't have a ton of indie items, so that shouldn't be too hard for me to select from the little that I have. Black Queen, another Pick Your Space. This is for the club category, so I can choose from pattern, influenced, highlight, pop culture, color, favorite category, metallic, out of control category, or glittery. Oh my gosh, I'm a little overwhelmed by the amount of decisions I have to make right now. And then the King of Diamonds, or a red king, is No Pan Left Behind. That's fun. I'm excited to choose an eyeshadow palette to work on. Or I guess it could be any multi-pan palette, like a face palette or something like that, but it's probably gonna be an eyeshadow palette. All right, so I have a lot of thinking to do. I'll be right back and I'll let you know what's coming into the project this month. Very, very excited. Okay, well that was fun. I had a lot of fun going through all those categories and picking my own. And as promised, this is a very blush heavy month. So first card I brought in is the Queen of Diamonds, which I got to pick my own space. And I decided to choose the prompt Graveyard because I've never done that prompt before. And I wanted to also highlight Emily, our creator of this wonderful project, because she also created Project Graveyard. And it's also April, or it's almost April, and her Project Graveyard traditionally runs from April to October. So I'm gonna make this a true Project Graveyard. I've never participated in Project Graveyard. I don't think I plan to do it this year, but I am gonna do it my own little way in this project. With Project Graveyard, you are bringing in a product that has been in a project previously. So I decided to bring in this Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder. This is the shade Dim Light. And I had this in a project, I believe last year. I think it might have been Deca Panning. And my goal for this one was to hit pan on it. And I did do that in my project last year. So it has a nice little pan on here. A little pan for sure. There it is. You can see that little waffle pan right there. And this is just a product that I don't love. And if it's not in a project, I will not reach for it. So what a perfect opportunity to actually get use on this makeup item. The color of this powder is just not perfect for me, but I'm gonna see what I can do with it. I'm gonna try experimenting with it a little bit more. And for this item, making it a true Project Graveyard, I'm gonna keep this in until October, so it's gonna be a long haul item in this project, and we'll see what I can do on it. We'll see how big I can expand that pan to be, and I'm excited to have this little bit of a challenge for me in this project. So that is the first item coming in for Graveyard. This finishing powder can be worn on its own. It can go over other powders to blend things together. The shade of it can almost work as like a bronzer blush for me, so I'm definitely going to try it a few different ways, see if I can find something that I really like with this powder, and we'll just see how big I can get that pan. And I'm excited to have a nice little challenge in this project with this item. So yay, excited also to highlight Emily and Project Graveyard. For the Queen of Spades, I selected the prompt, Oh the Shame, which is another project created by Emily. She's just the queen of creating projects. So I decided to bring in this blush from ColourPop. Oh the Shame categories are things that you are just ashamed that you never reach for. So something you purchase and you never ever use, and that definitely fits the bill for this blush here. This is from ColourPop. This is a blush called Jump Turn, and it is a pearlized, very bright, purple blush. I mean, not your everyday blush, right? But it's actually really pretty, and I'm excited to reach for this. It's just not something that I think to reach for because it is so bright and loud. It's not something that I want on a regular basis, which is why I never use it. So why not use it in this project, and a good excuse to get some work on this blush. So this one, I think for this, I'm gonna set a, since it is quite shameful that I never reach for it, let's set a 10 use goal on this. Really good, a good idea on it. I could even use this as a eyeshadow if I wanted to. I'll probably try it that way once or twice. So I think 10 uses should be good on this one. I should be able to do that within the month. And I'm excited to have some fun with this very fun colored blush. And you gotta see it up close so you can really see that iridescent sheen on this blush. It's gorgeous. Let's swatch it for you. Oh, it's still nice and creamy in the swatch. Really pretty. I actually think I'm gonna have a lot of fun wearing this, and it's gonna be beautiful for the spring season. Yay! For that Jack of Diamonds, the red Jack, I had to select an indie makeup item for my collection, and I googled independent makeup brands, and I really don't have a lot in my collection, a few here and there, but some of them were eyeshadow palettes I just recently worked on, and I didn't want to bring in another eyeshadow palette. I really want to focus my eyeshadows in my other projects, so I decided to bring in this item from Freck Beauty. No, this is from ColourPop. Oh my gosh. I thought it was from Freck. This is the ColourPop Freckle Pen. You know what? we're gonna keep it because I've already made my decision and we're gonna stick with it. I don't know if ColourPop is an indie brand. I highly doubt it. But let's say that this freckle pen is representing Freck. Okay? I'm sorry if that upset some people. The only other items I had to choose from were Nomad Cosmetics, and I didn't want to bring my Haunted Europe palette. And then, like, is Give Me Glow Cosmetics independently owned? Probably. Okay, to my credit, it started as an indie makeup brand and now it has grown and has been purchased by a parent company. But I'm just gonna go with it. I'm hot and I'm tired and I don't feel like changing my mind. So, sorry. This is what's coming in, this freckle pen from ColourPop, thinking that it was Freck Beauty. They're famous for their freckle pens, but I'm gonna try and use this freckle pen 5 times. It is something that I never reach for. It's just like in my collection just in case, and I've had it for years, so it's about time I get some use. And I think 5 uses will be good. You know, how often do you want to wear freckles? I'm gonna have fun wearing freckles. I think they're cute, but it's not something that I'm gonna be reaching for all the time, so I think 5 uses should be good on this one. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay, my apologies again. I try not to break the rules, I really don't, but that's what's great about this project. You can make it your own. Okay, we're moving on. For the Queen of Clubs, of course, that was also a pick your own space, and I decided to select from the club category pattern. So you had to choose something that has a pattern embossed on it, and for my goal, I'm going to try to wear away that pattern, and I decided to reach for another blush. This one is from Benefit. This is their Shelly blush, and it's a beautiful, like, shimmery coral, but kind of like a muted coral shade. I actually have this on my cheeks today. This is pretty new in my collection. I've hardly reached for it at all, and I put it on my cheeks today and absolutely love it. I think it's really, really pretty, and I'm excited to have this in my project. So it does have there embossed on the surface the word Shelly. So for the purpose of this project, I'm going to try to completely wear away that embossing so that you can no longer see the word Shelly on this blush, and that might take me a while. I'm really hoping this is not a repeat of my last shadow panning endeavor. I don't think it will be, but I could be eating my words in a couple months, so I'm gonna keep this in. It might take me a few months to get there, maybe longer, hopefully not, but I love a challenge and I love this blush, and it's gonna be perfect for the spring and summertime, so perfect time to put myself up to that challenge. So let's see how long it takes, and I'm excited to wear away that imprint and get some use on this beautiful blush. And that last card was the King of Diamonds, and the red king is No Pan Left Behind. And I know I said that I was gonna bring in an eyeshadow palette, but I changed my mind, as I am wont to do. And I decided instead to bring in a blush palette. Yes, more blush, blush heavy, we love it. And this is the Tarte Color Wheel. The Color Wheel has 8 blushes and 2 highlighters, and I love this blush palette. I've had it for a long time, and it's gotten a lot of use, but it hasn't gotten some use in quite some time. So I'm going to try and just use each of these shades at least one time. I think that's gonna be doable for me to do. I'm not gonna focus on it too much. I don't wanna keep it in here forever, but in true No Pan Left Behind fashion, I'm going to make sure I dip into every single one of these shades at least once. And if we get extra, that's great too. So that is the last item, and I'm just excited to play with all of these blushes and really get some use on my blush collection this month and in the next couple months. And I'm excited that this one is finally getting some attention again. It's been quite a while. So that is all from my deck of painting update this month. I had a lot of fun with it. I can't believe I got all those space cards, and it was so much fun to pick all of those spaces and have so much freedom with this project this month. Thank you, Emily, for creating such a fun painting project for all of us. And luckily, thank God, I was able to avoid those jokers and avoid that pesky bomb blush that you diabolical followers want me to pan if I do get that joker. So knock on wood, the day is not today, but we have lots of other fun things to work on. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to let me know by giving it a thumbs up. But I appreciate you so much just for being here and watching it all the way to the end. You are a real one. I'm sending my love out to you wherever you are in the world that this video finds you, and I hope you're doing well, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. But until then, please take care. Bye.